today's episode of Everyone Rips Off Mary. Woo! Too high energy. Woo, look at that. The ice cream cone is a microphone because that's how we roll in this place. Now it almost looks like I'm about to eat it every single time. I feel like if I don't say anything, I'll be like, why is this bitch holding an ice cream cone? But like, it's my microphone, okay? Not really. But we're gonna pretend, right? Alright, now we're sitting down and we can get into the serious business. I feel like this video is gonna be a little all over the place. I am still holding the ice cream cone. I will put it down eventually. But I feel like this video is gonna be a little all over the place because I had to do research about things that I don't really love. And so I'm gonna make it try to make it not boring, because once you get into too many little details about court cases and shit, that shit gets boring and we don't want to hear about it. So I'm gonna make this as quick as simple as possible, and we might be a little all over the place. So bear with me. Also, I'm gonna say this. I fucking hate monkeys. I had to like okay. I hate human. I'm Rushton. God bless. I hate human toys, like the human dolls, and I fucking hate monkeys. And I never knew why. And I think maybe it's because monkeys are most like humans. And I never liked them, and I just like animals. Monkeys are animals, but they are the most human-like, therefore I fucking hate monkeys. So I never really paid much attention to the Zippy monkey, because I don't like monkeys. For this video, I had to do some research, so I did my best. Also, want to thank Gigi at Gigi's Dolls on Instagram. I'm gonna link all her stuff down below again, because she sent me something, very important information. I will link it down. I will link that whole thing, the court case, down below so that you can look at it and read it if you really want to. If you didn't want to sit here and listen to me make this video really quick about it, you want to sit there and read all the really big words that are really hard for me to understand, you can totally do that. But I will put it down there below. So let's get started with this video. News from the 50s. We're a little late, but we're gonna get to it. So as most people know, Mary has had her work ripped off. On my website, you can see a lot of other toy companies have pretty much either directly stolen her work, repainted faces in other ways, and or have made extremely similar toys that they're not the exact same thing. But let's be real, it's pretty much just Mary's work. And here, for an example, we all know the Gansbro Fox. This is literally Mary's face redone on a toy that is not hers. So, and then we can talk about this. You know, we all have seen these, the knockoff bears. They all come from Mexico, and the quality is not great. The paint jobs are shit. I mean, it's just what it is, right? So the focus is not on them, but a lot of Mary's work, fake work, is out there. I think that says something about Mary and her work. When everyone steals your stuff, I think that says, it's bad, but I think that says something good. A lot of people might not know that Gunn was actually Mary Rushton's biggest competitor. Gunn actually, besides Mary, I would say Gunn definitely was second best in toys. So I don't know if you care to learn a little bit about Gund. They're not actually a big part of this story, but I will show you an example of a Gund toy and a Russian toy, which look extremely similar. So you would have to know her work and just kind of what to look for. But I do think that there was some copying in Gund and Rushton. Now here's the thing. I always obviously want to defend Mary and say the God Queen of the universe, the toy universe, everyone copied Mary, and that I know her and how she would, things you guys don't know, literally lock herself in her studio for like 2 days and not eat and not come out and not do anything. And people would have to force her to like eat and come out and, you know, live. But she was so busy, so intense on her work. But she was so passionate, so dedicated, and so into her work, I feel like there's no way she's gonna go out and copy other people. She is putting her mind in her little office, locking herself away. Other people, I don't think they're that dedicated. And so they're gonna steal her work. But besides that, that's how I feel. Now Mary could be a total asshole, right? She's stealing everyone's work left and right. But I feel like that is not the case. So I will defend my God Queen of the toy universe and say that she didn't steal or take ideas from anyone. But there is this weird conversation between one of my friends that, you know, Gun is known for their dressed up bunnies. They're very famous for that. That Mary also was doing work like that too. So when it comes to really old information like that, like who did it first, who dressed up bunnies first, I kind of want to say I feel like Gun did it And if they didn't, I'm just gonna say Gund, right? Who came out with dressed up bunnies in human clothes? I don't know, but I will show you photos because these are the proof that I have that we can discuss. So we will start off with Gund. All right, Grandma's not holding the iPad up to the camera. We're actually gonna like face the iPad on my lap. So I would like to thank the Kids Core Vintage, just Kids Core Vintage for posting this photo a long time ago. I'm not sure when, but this is an example of Gund and Rushton right next to each other. You can see they're so similar now. If you don't know the difference between the work, you might just think this was the same toy. This is actually Rushton. This is Gund. Now, you can tell there is a difference, but look at how similar they are. I mean, there's someone's ripping off someone, right? You would think. And of course, we have a Rushton duck. Now, these are on my website. A Rushton duck by the Polian Company. Am I saying it right? Polian? I don't know. Anyway, you can see this duck's face. This is the exact face of the web deb, just painted a little bit differently. So people for sure are knocking off Mary's work. This is by, I'm gonna say GB. Am I saying it right? You can see Rushton right here. That's the GB company. Here's more toys by the GB company. That's really, does this look familiar? I don't know if I've ever seen this toy before. Kind of interesting, right? It kind of do be looking like this bunny right here. I mean, maybe this is not similar enough, right? I don't know, but I think someone copied someone, and I know it wasn't my God Queen of the Universe. Now, we all love the Reliable Company, a Canadian toy company. Canada is shit and has ruined everything. 1954, here's like one of their little articles. They're showing you all the really cool toys they sell. Now, these are toys they came up with them all by themselves. You know, a toy designer and everything. Like, I haven't seen this before. Oh man, look at this cuddly cow. Wow, look at that. I've never seen anything like this before. That is a weird body. It is a cuddly cow though. God, they really do have people doing good work over at Reliable, don't they? Oh, this one sure is interesting. I feel like I might recognize this face, but like, I don't know if I recognize that one. I don't know if I know what this one is. Like, haven't seen some of these before. Like, what the fuck? Hey, what is that Gund? I think that's a Gund face. That's Gund! Well, I thought you were Reliable. Why do you look at what this face looks familiar? It really is like a different, I haven't seen it before. Have you seen? I don't know. It's by Chiltern now. They're from the UK. I'm noticing that other toys from different countries, nothing happens to them. I don't think, we could do anything about that, but we do seem to have issues with toys in other countries, and including Mexico, Canada, Mexico, and the UK. Of course, we got Mexican knockoffs. The paint job is usually not that great. The bodies are horrible. I mean, we all see them around, and you should be able to tell a difference. Sometimes the faces are a little bit better, but you can still tell. So while we're focusing on this, let me bring up mine. Now, this is my personal knockoff bear from Mexico. You can tell the paint job is not great. The whole thing is still shit, but she's still cute. But if you're looking at her face and you're looking at the way that this painting style is, you compare that to a real Rushton. Now that's a real Rushton. Not to mention you got weird situations with people who are famous singers who use their toys in their videos and then decide to make NFTs off of like literally the exact same thing from that toy company and then sell them for thousands of dollars. The whole thing's weird. I don't know, that's done and over with, I suppose. But it's just like another thing to add to the collection of how everyone rips off Mary, and there's no acknowledgement and no one says her name. If we're gonna go into actual court records and stuff now, here is what I have. All that other stuff that just flew by, right? Like nothing happened. But this is one case where something happened, and this is the one I think people know about. But we're gonna get into a little bit more detailed of the case because I feel like people know about it, but they don't know enough about it. And I thought it might be fun because it's shit you guys don't know. So let's have a fun video and talk about Mary kicking ass again. It's 1954 and Mary has manufactured her Zippy monkeys from the TV show Howdy Doody. These are, of course, monkey faces that Mary hand sculpted. with her own hands and is selling them. She is licensed to use the Howdy Doody everything, and the name Zippy and or Zip and or literally she's just, you know, it's really big, popular. Everybody wants the monkey. It's so popular. It's like the biggest thing ever. Everyone loves Zippy. Everybody loves monkeys. Everybody loves monkeys except me. I don't like monkeys. I'm not buying one, sorry. Of course, we gotta give an example of the monkey. This is the monkey everybody loves, everybody wants. It's so popular. Oh my god, like it's Zippy the monkey. Like, how do you not know? Like, how would you not want one? All the kids want. It's like the coolest thing on the block, man. Everybody loves monkeys. And so the Bijou Company also loves monkeys. Like, all these toy companies all of a sudden really love monkeys. So we're all gonna start making monkeys, right? Because, you know, we might make some money. Everybody just wants a monkey. So Bijou, the toy, I think I'm saying it right. If I remember correctly, I watched Hamtaro, okay? And the white hamster's name was Bijou. She was like French or some shit, right? Bijou. So I'm gonna say it's the Bijou Toy Company. I don't think they were French, but they're a toy company. We know them. They're on the website. We've seen their toys. So, because I hate monkeys and I'm not an expert in their faces and I just don't care, I did my best, okay? So I had to actually like find proof of this monkey. The Bijou Company decides to make a monkey too. They call it the Mambo monkey. So I found this one monkey. It has a tag on it. This monkey, there's this tag right here. It says Mambo monkey, and it's by the Bijou Company. This is one of the very few monkeys with this tag. I mean, there's so many monkeys. There's so many monkeys in the world, but I'm trying to find one with tags. This is literally the only one that I feel like is the best one that I can choose from. So this is the Mambo monkey by the Bijou's Toys Incorporated in New York. They are not French, motherfucker. Here is this monkey's face. Okay, this is a monkey. People are buying. They're selling a lot. Everyone loves monkeys. I also found this other monkey. It has the same tag. I don't know. Again, there's so many monkeys and they all kind of look the same. Not really, but it has the same tag. It doesn't say by the Bijou Company, but it's the same tag. Is everyone just stealing shit from each other? I would think so. So there's lots of monkeys, but that's the one monkey I found. Now let's pretend this isn't the exact monkey that we're talking about. Can you just close your eyes? Can you just imagine? We're pretending here, okay? Close your eyes and imagine this monkey looks a certain way. We don't know which way yet, right? It's a secret, right? We're pretending like we don't know this story. We don't know why Mary's taking them to court. What is going on? They brought in two different toys. Exhibit A and Exhibit B. There's two monkeys, okay? To the trained eye, you have to have a trained eye to see if there's a difference between these monkeys. That's what we're trying to figure out. So pretend, okay, we're still closing our eyes. Mary's walking around town. She's having a good life, right? She's toy queen of the world. She's probably like eating an ice cream and shit. She's out there in the toy world. She's eating an ice cream. She's just looking through the toy stores. Oh, there's my toys. Oh, look at those Rushton. Those are beautiful Rushton bunnies. Look at me dominating the world. Look at all this money. It's awesome, right? It's totally amazing. All of a sudden, she looks in the window and there's a monkey. That looks really familiar. I don't know. Oh, this is a microphone again. No, there's a monkey. It's named the Mambo monkey. This looks familiar, I think. Someone ripped off my work. She throws her ice cream. She's freaking out. There's a monkey and it looks like my work. She buys them. She goes around. Stop recording in the middle. I don't know how I can split this and make it work. She goes around to all the toy stores she can. She buys these monkeys. I don't know how many. She's buying monkeys though, okay? She buys monkeys that all look like her monkey and they're all named Mambo and they're all by the Bijou Company. We have an issue. Obviously this story is dramatized for dramatic effect. I'm pretty sure Mary was not eating an ice cream, but I'm trying to paint a fun picture of what's going on, okay? It's fun, right? So we're gonna pretend like Mary is still, we got the ice cream. Mary's holding an ice cream in her hand, okay? She's in court and she's discussing things and she still has an ice cream in her hand, okay? Can we just pretend it's funny, right? Okay, so Mary notices this bullshit going on and she does some detective work and she takes all these people to court, okay? We could say their names, but you're probably not gonna know and you're probably not gonna care. It's Richmond, Woolworth, and Bijou Toy Company. So she takes them to court because Bijou Toy Company is stealing her toys, right? They're taking the face, the molds, the exact face, and they're putting it on their toys, and they're selling a whole bunch of Mambo monkeys because it's her work and monkeys are popular. And it's kind of like Zippy. It's probably, maybe it's cheaper too. You know, it's like those knockoffs. You get a little bit of a cheaper toy. It kind of looks the same, but not really. But kids don't care because they just want a monkey. Note time. Pretend like I'm not reading it. I'm just gonna look down. It's kind of like when you're in school and you're like on your phone and your teacher sees you doing that and she knows what the fuck you do. You're like smiling, you're laughing. Anyway, that happened with me, my Gigapet. Oh my god, my teacher took my Tamagotchi away. So this man named Richmond, he manufactured and sold large quantities of a doll that contained several parts of a copyrighted component parts of Zippy, Mary's work, that Richmond sold and distributed the infringing parts, Mary's work, and figures to Bijou, who incorporated in their doll sold under the name Mambo. Bijou sold its Mambo doll in large quantities to the public through its retail stores. Mary claimed that the Mambo face and parts were made from molds procured from her mold makers, or from new molds constructed with genuine parts of her toy used as a core. The Mambo doll presented by Mary and her witness was examined, mentioning there was an irregularity of the surface, which we see that in a lot of the knockoff toys. Wow, stuttering. The surface is the texture is not great, right? So you can usually tell. There was an irregularity of the surface at a point under the chin on Mambo, and under the chin on Zippy, there was a letter C marking. Mary claimed there had been an attempt by Bijou to obliterate Mary's marking of the C under the chin on the Mambo doll. So because of this, they're like, bitch, you stole my shit, okay? I can tell. They get into all the small details, which is boring. We don't actually want to know like the measurements and everything of the face, but they actually did that. They sat there and they measured out like every little thing, God bless, right? Measuring of the faces and how a fake one, ooh. They discussed how a fake one could have been made. Which brings in the second case of action of the complaint, okay? So we think we're just suing like two people, like Richmond and Bijou, right? But there are more people involved in this because it's really complicated, not really. Defendants, Plastiplate, manufacturer of molds, and Dreamland, who used them to manufacture plastic faces and other doll parts that were the same as Zippy's, and that these parts were sold by Dreamland to toy makers who assembled them into dolls that were copies of Zippy. So you have a whole bunch of people coming together doing a whole bunch of illegal work, stealing Mary's work, and then making all these monkey faces that look like hers. So there's multiple people involved because multiple people did naughty things, and Mary can tell. Interesting, right? Things you probably didn't. You're probably like, oh, this toy Bijou just totally copied Mary's work, but you don't understand all these other people came in because we got people who are making the molds and all these people who are distributing them. So good job, Mary. She did her research. I think she may have had like some detectives or something doing some toy research for her. So thank God. So anyway, because of that, the court decided that absolutely yes, we can tell that they stole your work and we give you everything to you. Okay, it wasn't that simple, but Mary won. She won some, and some things didn't go through with some of the other people. But pretty much they had to stop making these monkeys because they confirmed it was her work. So Mary is a winner chicken dinner. So you know what she does? She bends over in the courtroom and picks up her ice cream, and she walks out and she starts eating it. She goes on with her little life and everything's really great, right? I mean, she's making toys and she's doing lots of good stuff. No one's gonna fuck with her now. She sued and won and everything's great, right? So she makes toys and stuff. Then all of a sudden one day in 1966, a TV show called Family Affairs comes out. Nothing wrong with that. It's all great, right? Ain't nothing wrong. Well, they see that in the first episode, there's this little girl. To be honest, I know nothing about any of this shit. Like, I don't know about the TV show. I have no interest, whatever. But I heard this, okay? This little girl has this doll, right? And there's photos online. You can see it. We'll show you some. We'll do the grandma thing, right? So this little girl, she has this little doll, and she's cute, right? Everybody loves her. I guess she has this doll. And here's this little girl with this doll for the TV show. Oh, look, she's so cute. But what the fuck is that? Well, that looks familiar. I know what that is. If you didn't know, if you could not tell, that is 100% the Jack and Jill doll by the Rushton company. Now, there's still not wrong with that. That's totally fine. This little girl can totally hold, don't look at that one. This girl totally can hold this little Jill doll. There's nothing wrong. That's totally cool, okay? And she loved it. Everyone fell in love with her, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't around for the time. I'm not watching the show. But everyone likes this girl and everyone likes this Jill doll. This doll is named Miss Beasley, I guess. That's her name. So apparently Miss Beasley has glasses, and they're like, oh wow, look, she doesn't have glasses in the first episode. But I mean, there's the entire doll. It's Jill from Rushton. Well, Mattel decides to make a Miss Beasley doll because it might be really popular and lots of little girls might want this doll, right? So Mattel picks up this doll. They make obviously that was a Rushton toy. They're not going to sell a Rushton toy. You can't do that. So they make their own Beasley doll, and you know, she looks different, I guess, right? She has glasses on. It doesn't look like the Rushton doll really. So they sell this. They're selling really well. People love them. And well, what? Wait, what? I've seen this before. This Miss Beasley doll's face is almost an exact knockoff, rip-off copy of the Rushton Jill doll. So they just like changed it a little bit and put some glasses on her. And so I think we have an issue. Mary sees this, she drops her ice cream again. This woman cannot enjoy an ice cream in her life. She saw someone, Mattel of all brands, stole her work, stole her Jill's face, and we have an issue. Now, here's the thing. If I remember correctly, I don't know. Do I remember correctly? I don't think anyone actually went to court. I think she contacted them directly and said, hey, can I paraphrase? Am I just ruining Mary's image? Maybe, you know what, this is me, okay? This is coming, this is, okay, if I was Mary Rushton, this would be like, ring, ring, bitch, Mattel, fucking Barbie-ass bitch, you better, I saw what you did, you better fix that, you better stop doing what you doing, because I saw it. And they're like, oh my, yes, we will stop doing that. There's an issue, and we're gonna stop doing that. So, you know what, I actually don't know what happened afterwards. Something happened, but I did want to at least make that connection because once again, someone's ripping off Mary's work again. So from my notes, I learned that Mattel lost all rights to the doll because it wasn't their doll. So I don't know all the exact information on this, but based off of this information, I'm assuming Mary called them up and said, bitch, you steal my work. And they're like, oh my God, I'm sorry. So then they lost all rights to that doll because it's pretty much Mary's work at this point. And I don't know if they ever made a new doll. I didn't go that far, but that's another example of people stealing Mary's work. So I'm gonna assume everything was cool again, right? Mary can live her life out there eating her ice cream, and hopefully nothing else bad will happen. And I will put her in the video because this face is actually the face of Jack and Jill and the Miss Beasley doll pretty much, except in a cute, wonderful bunny form because we hate humans, right? Oh my God, look at, we ended up back where the animals are. It's our love. But this is my little baby and this is the face that they pretty much ripped off. So trying to do some research on the Miss Beasley doll, maybe I didn't do a good enough job. I just did like a quick 5-minute thing, I don't know. But I was trying to see if they ever made any new versions because, you know, they lost the rights to that doll in particular because it was Mary's work. I don't know if they ever came out with any new, like a new updated version of the Miss Beasley doll. Because I think they just kind of screwed themselves. So they sold it. The originals, I guess, are worth a lot of money. They can be worth a lot of money because I think they were so short-lived because they pretty much stole Mary's work. And I don't think, they made like other versions, right? But that one in particular, the one that we were showing photos of, that was the very short-lived Miss Beasley. The original rip-off of Mary's work, and then they never made, I don't believe they ever made those ones in particular ever again. They made like soft toys, they made other dolls that look like the, you know, that Miss Beasley kinda, but not the one with the Jill face like these. So I think that's why that Miss Beasley doll just kind of disappeared. I guess it's interesting to think, I didn't think that I would kind of solve maybe a mystery in this video because I wasn't trying to get that deep into it, but I think that solves the mystery of the lifespan of that Miss Beasley doll in particular, because they ripped off Mary. Well, that's all for today in Rushton news from the 1950s to the 1960s. Peace out, homegirl. Cute queen over and out.